All right, y'all, Elon Musk and Bearing the Cross and Twitter and XApp, and let's tie some things down because he mentioned the thermonuclear lawsuit and then he mentioned the F-bomb, okay? Now, people need to remember he has Twitter and he has access to the so-called connection points on the conspiracy against Trump and whatever's going on, controlling the social media narratives and those types of things, okay? So the point of buying Twitter and the point of buying these things or whatever is to take it down in a matter of speaking, but out of the ashes rises the phoenix, because he owns the XApp, which can do all things in a matter of speaking in today's world for technology. And he owns the AI and all these other things. So this is where he has them by the balls. All right. And the old head is going away, and the new beast, the old beast is dying and the new beast is starting. Okay. So the old beast that is not is dying, that old tree, and the beast that is to come, the Jesus beast, the future, that is the one to arise. Okay. So Elon is a reflection of Don. Don is the cornerstone capstone. So Elon, as a reflection of Don, is one of the three kings with a 3-point plan in a matter of speaking, and that's how the XApp covers the three things, and that's how he has the Tesla and all those other things. Okay, so all that is a setup for the new, but that is there to take out the old, okay? So we could see Tesla or the Cybertrucks coming out or whatever. When winter hits or when summer hits or whatever, these things might explode. They could be those suitcase nukes, okay? Or the sidewalk scooters or whatever that we see in the cities, or however they're going to work the little suitcase nuke reflection, all right? But that stuff really doesn't matter. What matters is he's a reflection point of the morning star. And as that morning star, he's going to offer light, but he's also going to offer the mourning, which is the sadness, okay? So with a fast forward and a rewind going on, and we have the connection points of time, the middle time frame, we can see trailers of the future being set. And then we can also see trailers and stop points of the rewind to see our favorite scenes from the past few years or whatever kind of thing. But all these things will be a collection point on top of each other. But as Elon bears the cross for he's carrying the cross, which is the X, and the X is the cross on its side, and he has it on his shoulder and stuff like that, right? So he's setting that stage, that world stage, that show. But he has to die up on that cross, right? And then he has to be dead for a certain amount of time. This could be 3 days or 3 months or 3 years or whatever kind of thing. But this is 3 weeks. But anyways, he would rise up out of this and start the Phoenix. All right. But the whole point of Twitter and all these things is to bring it down, because he needs the infrastructure of Twitter. It's much easier to buy something than it is to set it up. So he can go in and buy Twitter, and that's what he's done. And now he has the infrastructure to do what he needs to do with XApp. And that's where he's taking out the old, and he can cool people into the threads and Instagram and Facebook more in that way, because that's a 3-in-1. But as he shows, he's going to show all kinds of corruption stuff to get you into the XApp, but the XApp is linked to like the Truth Social, and Truth Social is created by the Don, which is an image given life after him, and the Don is the Lord by definition. So that's where we can go and worship the Lord in truth. So this is all to cool people into the Truth Social app or into the X app and these things, because these are like final linking points, I would say, on the TikTok, because Trump warned us that TikTok was a spy app, okay? And with it being a spy app, this is linking everybody's information into that spy app to where they could do a massive cyber attack on America, where you could have an EMP without an EMP, okay? But this is where you would have that currency flood in one way, and the flood overtaking all the people and those types of things. But it can be leaked to other apps too, but I'm just saying TikTok, because TikTok was warned about, like the physical app was warned about as being a spy app owned by China. So all those things are building, okay? If you've been watching the news, we got the China spy apps, and now we got the Korea launching its spy stuff, and all these things are stacking, okay? So Elon Musk, he was also born on June 28th. The 28 connects us to the 1/28/2020 on that peace deal. And he was also born in 1971, which connects us to the 9/11, 7/11. And then June is also when Trump was born. The Dana White, he has spoken up for Elon Musk, and that's part of the White Throne Judgment. And then that Elon said, fuck you, or whatever. And then Dana White, that's the UFC. Okay, so that's the F-bomb kind of screwed up there. But either way, that's that cage, that K-age. Anyways, that's part of the White Throne Judgment. All right? And Elon's not a moron. He knows that if he speaks against the Jews and such, the Christians will rise against him, because it's the Judeo-Christian nation, and those who seek salvation, Jesus said, are a Jew. So the Christians are an inward Jew, okay? So anybody who speaks bad against the Jews, the world rises up or whatever, because it's God's chosen people, but it's the stolen inheritance, Jesus told us. And Jesus also said in Revelation, at the end of that Jew law history book, outward Jew, inward Jew, Moses, Paul versus Jesus. Anyways, the Jews, the church, the temple that everybody goes to today, the religions, they killed Jesus because of what he taught, because of what he believed, because of what he did. He bared all the sins of the Jews, and the Jews were scattered to all nations before Jesus. So he did all sins of the world according to man, and they killed him for it. He's the exact opposite of what the church teaches today. He's not that perfect man, okay? Jesus said y'all are the synagogue of Satan. And the Christians have just because y'all twist the words or whatever, we can all see. But the Christians are the dead in Christ. They're the Jews, the dead in Christ, and they're going to rise first to kill. And those who are first are last in the kingdom. And the millennial kingdom is setting up of the Jesus as a he's us. Because we are the living God, the members, the bodies of the Christ. We aren't the God, the central light, but we are a fragment of that light. And we are given this body to operate. And we can do all things through Jesus, who has died for all sins, past, present, and future. We are not under the law anymore, folks. Okay? And we're going into a new time where the church age is over. As the church age is over, the Baal worship, the churches, the temples, the religions, all these are going to go to a war. Okay? These are all the dead in Christ. And as they go to a war, as the flood waters come, as that transformation comes, as that drag and drugging comes, the beasts are going to go ape shit with their old crapture and stuff. Okay? The beasts have had their head down. The beast, they're running around right now. There's a fire going. There's barbed wire around the edges. Or there's a temple burning. Their temple's breaking down and they can see it. There's windows all around them. But are you going to be able to see the window with all the smoke? Will you be able to recognize the real light? Or are you going to go running up to those candles that are set, that are starting the fire, that you're grabbing, thinking that's a window, and you knock it over, and it just starts burning down the area even faster. And the smoke is billowing, and you can't see the true light. And as a fire comes, as a smoke comes, the monkeys in the room, the monkeys locked in the cages, the beasts that are set upon the Elon, that are living underneath the dawn's light, that has the day Satan coming in to round them up into Eden, the end, to where they can't get out. It's all being done. And as the beast realized that the bat came in and the vampire came and sucked them in the night when they slept, and those fangs entered, and now they got the rabies or the HIV, the HIVs or whatever, the RNA diseases that we've been told about and scared about in the 80s and 90s and whatever else is going on, okay? All these things are going to be into a focal point. And that's when the zombies rise. That's when the dead in Christ rise. The people who've been asleep, the REM, that dream of America. They're all living in misery. They got all their pills and sorcery to keep them asleep because they keep getting disturbed, because their life is shit, because their whatever is shit and they can't handle it. They just can't go along with life. What's stressful about life? It's just living. You're making it stressful. It's the hand you're being dealt, and you're at that table and you're not folding. You need to fold every fucking hand you're given by this world. Either way, dude, Jesus is coming back, and Jesus is gathering the body, and he's gathering the body to rise, and he's gathering the body to burn. And if you don't see that window and the temples that are being opened up for you to climb out, and the bricks are being set for you to follow on that road so you can make it through to the new heaven and stuff in different ways, but we've been shown the new gold from the new age. It's not the old gold from the ground. We're rising back into heaven, and we're going to conserve this earth, and we're not going to be taking the old gold. That's just a connection point in a matter, speaking if anything. But the new gold has been set, and we're going into a digital age. So the windows are being opened in different ways, but people are seeing these windows, and they're either climbing through or they're not, but most are not. Most are going to die because they don't have enough windows open or whatever's going on. But Elon Musk is bearing the cross, and he has to take it down in the ashes and make it rise again as the phoenix. So We'll end the video here. Do another one in a minute.